we unfortunately have to go over a very serious topic, dude. I'm sorry. Giving Cane Corsos a bad rap, which is the reason why I started this channel, is to bring you guys into a better light. Something extremely horrific happened recently in the Cane Corso world, where a 3-year-old child was mauled to death by a Cane Corso over in the UK this past Sunday. I first want to send our love to the family of Daniel John Twig, the 3-year-old child that was mauled to death by one of these guys. I hate to be bringing this video to you guys, not something I want to do at all. The reason I started this channel was to bring a positive light to the Cane Corso. This magnificent breed, when raised properly, they're just so incredible. But in the wrong hands, either in the wrong hands of someone who doesn't understand how to train them, or in the hands of someone that is purposely trying to create an aggressive, mean dog, it can be a disaster. And I can't even begin to imagine the pain and suffering that the family of Daniel John Twig is going through. Again, literally heartbroken reading this story. I feel it needs to be shared. It's a reminder to everyone that owns a dog what our dogs are capable of, what these dogs can do to someone. It's a very, I don't want to say a wake-up call, because I am extremely cognizant of what Bruce Wayne is capable of. But to some people, it may be a wake-up call of what these guys can do. Please pay respects to the family of Daniel John Twig. Show them nothing but absolute love and respect, guys. I printed off a couple articles from the Sun UK website on what happened, and I want to read that to you guys, so you guys get the full story. There's not a whole lot of details yet, but there's probably more than just 2 incidences regarding this individual. But I found 2 stories, and it kind of just lets you understand what type of person that created this monster. Family of a 3-year-old boy who was mauled to death by an out-of-control dog have paid tribute to their happy little boy. Daniel John Twig died in the hospital following an incident at a countryside house of horrors in Milnrow, Greater Manchester on Sunday afternoon. Police say the tragedy is being treated as a criminal investigation, and a 48-year-old man has been arrested following an alleged string of incidents of note at the address. Today's parents and close family told of the pain of their loss. They said Daniel was a happy, kind, and caring little boy who was loved by all that knew him. He loved Paw Patrol and playing with his brother and sister. He also loved being around animals, especially his pony Splash. He brought us many laughs and was a comical character. He was brave, intelligent, and full of many characteristics. Daniel loved being with his whole family and will be missed by all. He continues to be quizzed on suspicion of an offense under the Dangerous Dogs Act. A huge Cane Corso, an Italian Mastiff breed that can weigh up to 7.5 stone, has been destroyed. The breed's bite is almost 3 times more forceful than that of a pit bull or an American bulldog. Officers from the Greater Manchester Police said this morning that Daniel was with a number of dogs outside his home before he was found fatally injured. So I'm not sure if the child that got killed is a child of this person in question. Detective Chief Inspector Gina Bernard of GMP's Major Incident Team said, "I send my condolences to Daniel's loved ones. This is a heartbreaking time for them, and specially trained colleagues are supporting them. Though a man is in custody, our investigation is very much ongoing to establish the full circumstances surrounding this incident and ensure any criminal offense in relation to Sunday's incident are identified and prosecutions sought." Meanwhile, officers are also reviewing other incidents of note. Due to previous contact, GMP's Professional Standards Branch has referred the incident for review by the Independent Office for Police Conduct. The property bears a red and white sign warning dogs are loose on a rusty fence. Forensic tents have also been put up in the garden of the house as investigations continue. Locals allege that they've been attacked by dogs living at the home before. Kia Walker, 19, claims to have sustained severe bite marks on her arm as she strolled past in April 2021. 2 weeks later, police seized 2 dogs, which eyewitnesses claim are Tibetan Mastiffs, and stolen machinery worth 50,000 euros. So I also want to share that other incident, because I found an article on that as well, which happened almost a year ago. A dog believed to have mauled a 3-year-old boy to death has savagely attacked walkers previously, it has been claimed. The revelation comes just a day after the tragic youngster was killed in a devastating attack in a remote area of Rochdale, Greater Manchester, where cops have previously been called over the hounds. Kia Walker, 19, claims to have sustained severe bite marks to her arm as she strolled past the property in Milnrow on April 10th last year. It was 2 weeks before police seized 2 dogs, which eyewitnesses claimed are Tibetan Mastiffs and stolen machinery worth 50,000 euros. A family member claimed Kia was on her own at the time and alleged the homeowner opened the door to the property, allowing 2 dogs to charge out. They claim the dogs have charged towards her and ripped her arm. She said to him, "Your dog has bit me," and he was denying it, saying, "No, it hasn't." She jumped on this wall to get away from the dog attack and had a blackout. Kia allegedly then stumbled across a woman nearby who assisted following the harrowing attack by taking her to the hospital. It traumatized her. She used to go walking all the time, but now she doesn't, the family member added. Kia, who is pregnant and has suffered seizures since the attack, claimed there were no signs when I was there, warning her of dangerous dogs. She claimed I was on a public footpath, the gate was open, and the 2 dogs came out, and that's when they attacked me. There were 2 Tibetan Mastiffs. I was on my own. I had to climb along a wall to get away. I had to have surgery on my arm. One other woman claimed on Facebook that she had also been attacked by one of the dogs. After seeing how the poor little boy had been killed, she wrote, "Absolutely heartbreaking. I knew this would happen one day. I couldn't walk for over a month. The police did nothing. No further action. Letter I got." In a statement, Greater Manchester Police said, inquiries have established that the boy was outdoors with a number of dogs prior to being found with serious injuries. Then it goes back into Daniel's story. Police and paramedics were called to the countryside address close to M62 at around 1:15 on Sunday. The boy is taken by ambulance to the hospital where he's tragically pronounced dead. No arrests have been made at this stage. This incident is literally heartbreaking on so many levels. This poor innocent boy's life taken from him for no reason. This family now has to bear the burden for the rest of their lives on the loss of their child. I literally can't even imagine. I can't even slightly imagine what this poor family is going through right now. From the little info that we gathered, it clearly seems that this individual is not a good person. From seeing that he had $50,000 worth of machinery stolen on his property alone, kind of lets you into what type of person this guy was. The incident with Daniel just wasn't the first incident. There was at least one more, and there's reports saying that there was even more than that. So did this guy purposely raise these dogs to be aggressive and mean to keep people off his property because he has stolen goods on his property? Did he just get these giant dogs because he thought they looked cool and he wanted them to protect his property, and he did no socialization with them, no formal training with them, and just basically raised them by himself, not letting them see the world? We have no knowledge of any of this, so this is clear speculation. And I just feel like I need to just remind everyone that a Canine Corso isn't for everyone. A Canine Corso isn't this big cuddly teddy bear like you see right here. It's just not. Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne because how my wife and myself have raised him. We raised him to be around people. We raised him to be pretty tolerable with people. We raised him to know right from wrong. It took a lot of work, and without all of that work, even if we're good people, and I'm saying that because this person in question doesn't sound like a good person, but even if you're a good person, meaning no harm to anyone, and you just want a nice companion animal, that can happen. Like, this can happen. You know, with any guard dog, with any dog, dogs are capable of a lot. So it's just really important for me to just remind everyone what these guys, look at the size of him. Look at his head compared to my head. Like, he outweighs me by a decent amount. This whole face, this whole area can do a lot of damage to someone. It's not so much the dog in question who's at fault. It's the owner that is at fault like 90% of the time. And I don't want to fault every single person who has had a dog and it's bit someone. Things happen, we all understand that. But it's also, on the same note, your duty to do everything possible to train your dog so that doesn't happen. To let your dog know right from wrong when you're not right there in that situation, watching your dog, guiding your dog, so they can make the proper decisions on their own. And now I feel that there's gonna be this horrific light back on the Canine Corso breed, which is just, I don't feel it's justified. And I totally 100% understand regarding the situation that feels different. Okay, I understand you. I don't agree with you, but I have compassion for you and I understand where you're coming from. There's certain people that just feel certain dog breeds should be banned. I'm not one of those people. I don't feel that way. I feel that there is a very large portion of people that should not own a dog at all, and an even larger portion that should not own a breed like a Canine Corso or a Tibetan Mastiff or a Rottweiler or a Doberman, you know, any of these guardian breeds, they're not fit for every single person, despite you wanting one or not. How are your leadership skills? Are your leadership skills like level 10, where the dog's not gonna take over and they're always gonna see you in charge? And that's why I harp so hard all the time on socialization and training and being a proper leader to your dog. And that's why I push all those courses I always talk about, which are linked in the description. A cheap, easy resource to educate people so they understand how to train a dog, how to socialize a dog. That way, these incidences don't happen. That way, the human and the canine can live in this wonderful, compatible environment where he is not a monster. He has proper house manners. He understands what I want. I understand what he wants. I'm super happy that we can supply you guys with knowledge and information to help you guys in your life. But it's things like this, which one person can ruin it for everyone, right? And when these incidences happen, you know, when they happen with pit bulls, that's why pit bulls have a bad rap. Or any other breed, it just shines this whole negative light where the entire breed is attacked by people, and I don't want that to happen. And I really wonder now if the UK is gonna push to ban the Cane Corso and Tibetan Mastiff. I'd love to know your thoughts on the matter. Do you think this was a case of poor training, lack of training, or do you think this individual is actually trying to create a mean, aggressive dog to keep people off his property so people couldn't find his stolen goods? And do you guys feel that there should be bans on certain dog breeds? As long as you're respectful in the comments, no matter how you feel, I'm all ears. So let me know what you think below. On your way out, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, ring the ding-a-ling so you don't miss any of the newest videos on Cane Corsos or Bruce Wayne. And Joey Justice too, who's, if you're curious where he is, he's in his crate right now. He's not old enough to be part of these videos. He can't settle himself down long enough. Got a short attention span being 6 months old. You know how it goes, guys. Puppies. My heart goes out to Daniel, and I wish there was something we could do for this family, you know, to, there's nothing that you can do to replace a child though. So, yeah, sad story, guys. Sad, sad story.